In this presentation, I'll go over some key concepts in AP invoicing and automation. I'll show you how using intelligent data capture tools can really automate and make your AP department so much more efficient. We all know that in accounting equals paper. If you walk into your accounting department today, there's a big chance you'll find multiple file cabinets, and most of the clerks have their own file cabinet. On top of those file cabinets are more paper. Take a look at your desk, inbox, outbox. One of the key statistics here is that most businesses are still receiving and processing paper invoices, which can be quite painful to process. The cost of processing paper is very well known. A few years ago, AIM, the Association for Information and Image Management, did a study. They found that companies spend too much time filing documents only to find misled documents and to reproduce lost documents. So you can see here how $120 here, $220 there can really add up in costs for just about any business. Now, along with those costs, there are also costs that are specific to paper-based invoices in AP departments. Let's look at 4 areas and the costs associated with those. The first one is shipping and mailing. Some of you have organizations that have accounting departments at headquarters, where multiple branches in remote locations have to ship invoices to headquarters for processing. These invoices get either mailed or sent through courier, which can get quite pricey with volume and frequency. To compound that cost, you also have the time delay, adding a day or two to the processing time, or worse, they can sometimes get lost. This leads us to our next cost, payment cycles. Today, 25% of invoices are paid late, and a lot of this has to do with the inefficiencies associated with paper. These cycles can lead to late payments, and you can't even take advantage of early paid discounts. And worse, there are times when data entry mistakes occur that end up costing more time to research, correct, reprocess, thus adding even more delays. The next cost associated is with searching and locating information about the invoices or finding the invoices themselves. We see quite a few implementations where a single audit or a legal issue can easily pay for the invoice processing solution. We all know that searching through file cabinets is painful. Sometimes files are checked out on people's desks and we can't find them. So it's very expensive to work with paper, especially when you're searching and locating files. Now the last piece is archive and storage. People love to maintain their paper, whether they're doing it to comply with a law or they just like to have paper in case they ever need to go back and reference it. So long-term storage costs can really add up, whether you're storing it on an off-site facility or you're having a big truck come and pick it up and store it at a third-party storage provider. The cost of cabinet space from a real estate perspective is really expensive. So if you have these available online, you can access them 24/7 and they will always be backed up. This will also help you with your disaster recovery. Okay, so we've reviewed reasons to move into digital processing. What I'd like to show you now is a quick survey where they interviewed chief financial officers after they implemented a digital solution. These interviews identified benefits such as reduced cycle time, audit improvement process, improved visibility of process. Everything is focused on reducing costs and around taking advantage of a digital AP process. Now the last thing I'll show you is a cost comparison. For your AP clerk to simply take an invoice, scan it, and process it into a filing cabinet takes an average of 5 minutes. Now, if you look at paying someone $20 an hour, that's going to cost you about $1.67 per invoice. The alternative here, using scanning and capture, the time is based on a level of automation you choose. But you're looking at about 50 cents an invoice. So when you're looking at 3 times the cost of filing a paper invoice, and if you're doing 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 invoices per month, these costs can really add up. So what are the solutions out there? We look at automation in 3 basic levels. So basic, intermediate, and advanced. The basic solution involves great automation. Typically, how we set this up is that your invoices are still processed in the same way you do today. However, at the end of the process, they are scanned, archived, so now you have a digital copy in a searchable content repository. Within seconds, you could bring up and reference what you need. This is the lowest cost solution and provides you some of the greatest benefits. As for the intermediate solution, all the invoices are scanned in upon receipt. Some or all of the data is extracted automatically. Typically, in this type of environment, the AP clerks have two screens, so they can have the invoice on one screen and their ERP or accounting system on the other screen. And it really eases data entry into the system. Very simple process. You can validate the data. Once again, a little bit more automation. Now, the final solution is advanced. Invoices are received and processed. Header data, as well as line item information, is automatically extracted. The line item data is automatically passed into your accounting system, and simultaneously, your invoices are placed into a searchable repository. This is the highest level of automation and gives you the most amount of benefit. So now that I've mapped out the basic, intermediate, and advanced, from a technology perspective, here's what we offer. For basic, you buy the product and you gain basic point and click data entry, where you hover over information on an invoice, click it, and you have drop-down lists or list of vendors that come back from your accounting system, and then you can archive the invoice along with the information into a searchable repository, and we support over 60 plus systems. Now, to go to intermediate, all you need to do is add a module and some services to customize the system. And now we have all the basic options, but we auto-extract the header information, so no one has to manually key in data. Since it's being automatically extracted, it's the next level of automation, and we can file these once again and archive them. Now, for the last and most advanced version, invoices get scanned in and are automatically recognized from being a known particular vendor. Because the system knows exactly who it's from, it will know exactly where to extract all the information, header information, and then this time the line item detail as well, which can then be integrated into your accounting and your content management systems. From there, we can automate the process of web-based approvals. So in this example, your AP clerk will verify a spreadsheet QA interface where all the data has been extracted. They click OK, and the system then sends the information to the next step. Here's a bird's eye view of the process. On one side, you have copiers, desktop scanners. Maybe people are faxing and emailing invoices to you. What we give you is a really simple way to route and process either through basic, intermediate, or advanced solutions, route to your personnel, and then release the information either to your ERP and accounting systems or your content repositories for later research and retrieval capability. We have a YouTube channel with demos of basic, intermediate, and advanced solutions. Take a look and see what might work for you. Feel free to contact me for more information, and thank you so much for your interest.